to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. And today I've got a special show lined up. Very, very special guest in studio. It's been way too long, but for good reasons. Alex Maslov from Edge is here in the studio. We're going to talk about a number of things when you're referring to Edge. Of course, the best rods on the planet. We'll also talk a little bit about drift boat oars or raft oars, any oars that you might want to use for. But we're going to have a chance to talk about the upcoming sports shows that they're going to be participating in and a handful of new rods that you haven't seen. Am I saying that right? They haven't seen them, right? These are brand new rods. They will be available at the sports shows, which turns out sports shows, their factory outlet is their two best ways that you're going to find these rods in hand. Remember, these rods are handmade one at a time. But if you can get them in your hand before you purchase them, that's an advantage all the way around. That's a good reason to go see. It's actually a destination location at the sportsman shows, is to get to the Edge location before the rods that you may wish to have are gone. It's just that simple. But we'll talk a lot more about that with Edge, with Alex, I should say, from Edge, in just a little bit. And I'm eyeballing the blades for the oars. What would you go with? Would you do the shallow cut? Would you go the traditional? Go to our Facebook page. Send me what would you like? I mean, which one do you use? Do you use the shallow cut oar for even deep water, heavy water? Do you go all the way around with them, don't even change them out? Or do you go from one blade to the other? What do you like to do? I'm interested. I know what some of my buddies like to do. I need to figure that out myself. So by all means, we'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like, we do have the North American Metals Hotline. If you have questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. It's 503-548-6777. You got some input on that? I'd love to hear from you on that as well. Along with those oars that I just showed you, you brought in, like I mentioned, a number of brand new rods. And the first thing that all of you Edge rod owners and people that just appreciate what these rods actually offer you, you're going to see something different here, aren't you? First thing you're going to notice is the color of it, that light gray. This is something new for Edge, and for a lot of you that are still herring fishermen, right? You're running a 6-ounce, 8-ounce ball lead, right? Got just a naked herring back there. That means a cut plug with no flasher or even a whole herring. Just no emails. They've got you covered now as well. So, also, this is one that got me excited as well. Look at this. Now, you might not be able to see it there, but maybe you can there. This is only an 8-foot rod, but guess what it's designed for? Guess? Anybody? An 8-foot rod designed for 360 trolling. You're going to go, wow, that's a really short rod, because it's meant to go out of the back of the boat. Huge advantage. We'll talk about that again with Alex here in a little bit. As you can tell, I'm excited. Anytime you get a chance to talk about rods, different stuff for chasing steelhead around, drift boat oars, it's going to be a good one, so pay attention, and you'll have a chance to learn about Edge if you have yet to, break into that kind of market when you're talking about having rods of that high-end quality. By all means, it's something that you're going to have a chance to learn. Of course, so this upcoming segment, we got to talk about the freeze. That generated a ton of questions yesterday. I actually went over and picked up my drift boat, and while I was there, they were getting phone calls of folks asking what's the best way to drain their washdown systems. I'm going to show you the easiest way. I think we did a video on this years ago at the old set, but we don't have that footage anymore. But we're going to go over that today just to give you a quick rundown for those that might be, confused on how to get that done, because we're going to have several days of being in the 20s as the lows, and those days, it doesn't take long for bad things to happen. It doesn't matter if it's a boat. It could be a number of different things. If there's water that's intruded into it, you need to get it out, because, by the way, not to sound too smart, it expands 10% based on volume. Wow, that was pretty good. I read that. It's not something I learned on my own. But we will talk about that. Also, we're going to find out from Peyton Major what that weather forecast is really going to look like this upcoming week, and it looks clear and cold, and I'm pretty positive about it. We'll see how things go. I'm going to chase a little bit of steelhead and do some duck hunting before the season ends. And then we're going to make sure that you're well aware of what we got going on for next weekend. Another special guest that's been way too long to get into the studio this upcoming Saturday. But let's go ahead and show you some of the photos that everybody's been sending. And again, oh, by the way, that's just a great photo. Look at the dog hiding underneath the seat there. Nice little bag of, looks like mallards and a widgeon in there. Babies, first son. Oh, okay. So it's a puppy. Very, very cool. You cannot get them started soon enough. That's my opinion. Every one of my labs has been in the duck blind when they were puppies. All of them but one. I had carried out there in my waders when they were so small. They weren't actually hunting, no, but they were out there just enjoying what was going on. Crane Prairie from 1978. Good night. Wow. Silas, well, one, thanks for the old photo, but look how many fish there used to be around in there. There's still good fishing in Crane, don't get me wrong. I don't think you're going to put those numbers up, though. Dennis, he's still a marksman at 82 years old. I only hope that when I'm 82 years old, I'm able to do anything, let alone go out and take a cow elk to fill the freezer for the family. Dennis, well done. Congrats on that. Thanks for sending the photo in. And yeah, God, I hope I can do that. I got a buddy of mine, Mark, who's pushing that number. And he's still out there hunting ducks every day. I hope I can do that. Found a good one. This is from David. There has been some very nice steelhead here recently taken. Fisherman's Marine just actually had a near 17-pound hatchery fish weighed in for their winter steelhead derby, which you can all enter and have that chance to win. But I don't know if you're going to beat 17, nearly, I think it was 16.8 for a hatchery steelhead. Yeah, that's a dandy. I mean, those hatchery fish, they're just such terrible fish. I mean, what a subspecies. I mean, just terrible. You all know me. I could get sideways there in a second. Good catch. This is from Gary. Looks like they're out there just making groceries. They got themselves some lean cod and some, I'm not sure what the orange ones are. I'm terrible at that, obviously. I don't go after them all the time. Very, very cool, though. That's how you put groceries in the freezer. Here's another great steelhead. Look at that. Hatchery steelhead, Randy. Nice fish. Yes, it is. It's, I'm not sure how tall or big of a man that he is, but I'm going to guess based on the size of that wrist on the fish and the girth, that's a teener. Yes, everyone, a teener is a thing. That means that it's above 12 and under 20. Can fall in there anywhere. It's just a teener. Damn nice fish. Jupiter's first salmon, very, very cool. Michael, thanks for sending that in. Nice little schnook. And it's easy to do, everyone. Trust me, I figured it out the first time I tried, but the Fox 12 app is the easiest way to do it. If you'd like to become a fan on our Facebook page for whatever reason, you can send them in there as well. But once you download that app, you'll find Outdoor GPS. All you got to do is scroll down. You can add your photos and video, and we do what we can to get those videos, or excuse me, those photos in the order that we get them. So sometimes it does take a week or two before you might see your photo. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, I'm trying to save a little time for Alex, right? But we still got to get the info out that you want. We're going to show you the river levels the way that they are now. Things really haven't changed since yesterday, but with this freeze locking up all the water, rivers are dropping even faster, and they are certainly as clear as the air between me and the camera.